This is the intersection of Bergemeester Jamessingel and Spoorstraat, looking northbound. This is a T intersection for private traffic, but private motor traffic, but for buses, bicycles, and pedestrians, it's a full four-leg intersection. And yeah, it's a pretty typical traffic signal operation in the Netherlands. And I figured I would just sort of narrate it for a bit, just give a sense of what it's actually doing. So I've been watching for a bit, and I think I have figured out the default phase order. So it generally starts with the side street bikes, or cross street bikes, and then goes to the side street motor traffic with a right turn as well, for the eastbound right turn that's on right now. Then it's going to typically goes to leading left turn next, but there's no one, leading westbound left turn, but there's no one waiting there now, so it's not going to do that. It'll probably go straight to the east-west bikes, and yeah, looks like it's skipping straight across to the north-south bikes at the same time, creating an incidental scramble. And then now it's going into the side street phase. In a second that should get a right turn arrow as well for the northbound right. There you go. And then the eastbound rights are going to clear. Looks like they're finishing now, but the clearance time is a bit longer. At which point you get the eastbound left, which doesn't seem to have been called this cycle, so then the pedestrians should go on the south side. Now, it's possible that car waiting to turn left, which just missed its chance for the regular phase, might get an extra one if there happens to be time while this pedestrian crossing is going, but it's hard to say whether there was enough time or not. It looks like that extra time has been going to a second northbound bike phase. So they're going to have to wait till the normal part in the cycle, which should be right after the right turns. So right turns should be going now, eastbound right turns. And then, so this is their normal opportunity in cycle. It's actually not the normal opportunity for the through. They just happen to have space because that left turn is still waiting. And now this is the normal leading, normally it's leading left turn. Though it's also lagging because there was a bonus eastbound through phase just because there happened to be space in the cycle while they were waiting for that ped crossing to clear. Alright, so now we're in the side street vehicle phase again. It looks like it was, not sure why it was called. Might have just been called by the right turns, I'm not sure. Alright, so this cycle there's no westbound left turn, so it's going to skip straight to the eastbound through bikes. And they can go at the same time as the northbound and southbound through bikes since they don't conflict with each other, so since this is a protected intersection. So those phases can all happen at the same time. And then it should go to the side street through phases again. Or sorry, side street turning phases in any case, but I think they might have been too late, might have missed it. Now I have no clue where we are in the cycle because they've skipped so many phases. Okay, so east-west peds. So normally after the east-west peds you get the north-south peds and bikes, which there aren't any right now, but then it should go to the northbound phases, left and right turn. If I remember correctly, yeah, there you go. And here's a bus, so it's probably going to go straight. They're using the left turn lane to go straight. So yeah, it looks like the only thing that's waiting across is a bunch of bikes, so it'll presumably just go straight to a north. Yeah, here's the southbound bikes, and then northbound bikes should come in a second. Yeah, left turn doesn't conflict. The southbound bikes have now cleared. Yeah, there's northbound bikes. Doesn't seem to be anyone waiting to turn right. If there were, they would come next. Not sure what the police car is up to. Oh, it's turning left. into the busway. Yeah, that was a not a very proper turn. So here's the southbound bikes, and if there were someone turning left here, northbound, they would get a green, but there isn't. Looks like we're waiting for something to clear. Yeah, there's the bikes, and then once the bikes go, the northbound right will go. And interestingly, so it's got, yeah, I guess everything else here kind of conflicts with them, so everyone has to wait. I guess the westbound can go though. Yeah, westbound's gonna go now. So that was actually a bonus. Yes. Oh no, it might have been the normal left turn because it's leading anyway. Yeah, so here we are at eastbound through phase. And the eastbound right's already cleared, so the bikes can go at the same time. And then yeah, jumping straight ahead to the north-south bikes as well, with a bonus westbound left turn phase. So this is not normally their part of the cycle, but since there are no bikes over there, they get a bonus left turn phase. And so yeah, now we got the normal side street turns. No one's turning right, otherwise they would have had a green at this point too. And they're actually getting we should get a short eastbound green here, because this is actually, I believe it's an inserted green, just because there was time left over, and then it should go to the westbound left. And here's the westbound left, which like I said is normally, it's I think, as far as I can tell, it's normally a leading left, but since there tends to be a fair amount of right turning traffic, the eastbound right turning traffic, there often ends up being extra space in the cycle for eastbound through to go while that eastbound right turn is still clearing after the northbound left is already finished. Alright, so we might get another scramble here, I think, because yeah, next in line is the north-south bikes. And yeah, sure enough, we have a scramble. The east-west bikes are still clearing, and the north-south bikes can start because it's a protected intersection. They don't conflict with each other. Then we should get the side street phase, which includes an eastbound right. And here come the eastbound rights. There weren't any cars on the side street. But yeah, here's another one of those bonus eastbound greens, just because there was an eastbound right turn phase. So the eastbound lefts couldn't go quite yet. Sorry, westbound lefts couldn't go quite yet. So they had a little short eastbound right, and eastbound through phase. And I believe next is the normal eastbound through phase. So it'll come up a second time, if I understood this correctly. Yeah, there it goes. So this is the normal green for the eastbound through. The other one was just because there happened to be space in the cycle. And then after the east, you get the south side peds again, south side peds and south side bikes. It looks like there's pedestrians here. I don't know if they pressed the button because I think they should have gotten a green there. Anyway, we seem to be in the next part, which is the side street vehicle phase, which comes with here's the actual leading left. So this is the normal order actually. So the leading left, this is its normal point in the cycle. And then I believe it should come to the east, the peds. Everyone should get their green. They don't have a green yet, they're walking. There it comes. And then yeah, just waiting while we were waiting for the peds to clear, the north-south can go. North-south bikes, I mean. And then who comes next? Yeah, that's right. The side streets, the left turn's already finished. Right turn, here's the side street right turn. And these eastbound right turns are all overlapping with the, yeah, and here's another one, a bonus, the bonus eastbound through phase while we're waiting for the eastbound rights to clear. And then here's the normal westbound left phase. I mean, I could be using primary, the proper terminology here, which is primary realization for the normal phase, and alternative realization for the bonus phase. Can't really see it, but should be a greenway for pedestrians, I think. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is a westbound greenway. So it looks like the guy going eastbound didn't press the button. So the bus signal is green now for a left turn. I don't know if that's the correct or if they're actually going straight. No, okay, no, so that's a through bus signal. So I'm not sure if the buses always get an inserted phase or if it's only late buses. I haven't been checking the schedule to see how these buses are doing for punctuality. In the signals I program, typically there's different levels of priority depending on whether the bus is early, on time, or late, where early is more than 20 seconds ahead of schedule, on time is plus or minus 20 seconds of the schedule, and then late is more than 20 seconds behind schedule. The typical situation is that all buses, including the early ones, can get green extensions. On-time buses can get green extensions or phase insertions, and phase insertions. And then late buses can get those two, and then also truncation, so they can early terminate previous phases even if they have demand.